Hello, my name's Katey Coppola. Sorry. It's been a very long time since I last made a video tutorial. I'm sorry about that. Um, this one I've been meaning to make for a really long time. I would really like to show you how to do the really precise shadows, particularly chin shadows that you see a lot of people doing at the moment. It's a really quick, easy thing to do. It doesn't take very long at all, and it can make a massive difference to your photos. So, hey. So what I need you to do first, we need to make a new layer, and then we're going to use the pen tool. I'm not amazing with the pen tool. People who are much better at Photoshop than me will probably watch this and laugh at me. However, this is what I use to make the shadows on my pictures that I do. The pen tool, what the pen tool basically does is it helps you create a really precise selection so that you can draw within a selected area really carefully. It's probably the best way to select. There are quicker ways to do it, but less precisely. This is probably the best way to do this. So you're going to get the pen tool, you're going to pick a start point on one side of the area you're going to want to use. Let's go with the chin there. And when you click, it's just going to create a little point. And you're going to follow the line of the selection you want to make. And this is going to be where it gets a little bit dull. I'll try to do it quickly and not be too precise, but you take your time. If you make a mistake, Control and Z was the just to undo the last point that you did, like that. And you just follow it around there. You go make yourself a coffee. I'll be done in just a second. We're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, so you take it up here. There, and we're going to take it up here a little bit, and I will show you why in just a second. We'll take it all the way up to there. And then you follow this strand of hair. You need to pick something that would have the shadow falling behind it, so that will make the hair pop out of the picture as well. Just take it down here. I'm trying to hurry up. Blah blah blah. That bit down there won't matter, I promise. And then back to here. We'll follow this strand of hair up here. And there we go. When you get back to your start point, all of the selection points are going to sort of disappear. So what you need to do is you need to right click and make selection. Feather radius 0 pixels. You can play with that, but not for this. Okay, so now we've selected that area. We need a black color on there. We need a really big round brush, like big. That'll about do it, I think. And we need to set this layer to soft light. We're going to play with those blending options in a second, but first of all we just need to get the paint on the layer. So we're going to just gently go like just outside the edge of the selection. This is why we've selected that area, so that it's sharp. And then we make the brush really big. Let's not get crazy, but pretty big, where there would be a little bit more shadow, you see. Then you deselect it by Control and D, and there we go. We have a little chin shadow. Now, we took it a little bit up around there. That actually works there, but we'll show you on this side. We'll get the smudge tool, and you can soften that line up here by just taking it up like that. That really could have been more precise, am I right? Okay, so that's how to do shadows. You don't just do it on chins though, do it well really wherever you need a little bit more definition shadow wise on a picture. So we're gonna highlight this again with the super interesting bit. There should be like some kind of theme tune going on in the background here. Make it a bit more interesting, you know. Slightly less huge brush than that. Let me just take it down there. Then, again, with the incredibly complicated smudge tool, what you do here, you look for where there would be wrinkles, smudge them in. As you can tell, this is very complicated. But you can see the difference it makes. And that's taken us, what, 4 minutes so far? It's probably not even that. The other thing I want to show you how to do is the highlights. Now, it's essentially the same thing. There's two ways that people create that sharp line, generally around chins. People do it around boobs and stuff, like your boobs are catching the light. I don't know. Screen or soft light, I would say for this. We'll do soft light again. We need to fix the brush. We need a really small brush. I'd say maybe 5 pixels, and we need it to be white. We grab the pen tool again, and we're going to go essentially around the same area. What I will say is that when you're doing anything really with lighting in Photoshop, you need to think about where the light would be coming from. Now this one, I took the picture without shadows turned on, so really I can sort of make that shit up on the spot. However, if you do have shadows turned on, I mean, stick to the same direction of your lighting, you know. We're just following the line of the chin around here. There are 2 different ways to do this highlighty bit. Oh, that was terrible. Yes, 2 ways to do this highlighty bit, and I'm going to show you both of them. The first one, we've already set the brush to be a small brush, and what we're going to do now that we've selected a line, you don't take it all the way right back round to the start for this one. You select, you stroke path, you use brush, and you click OK. And if you make a selection and then deselect it, what you'll see is that there's a little white line there that you should be able to see if you cam out. Let's make it screen so it shows up more. There we go. Now, obviously it's a very harsh line. Again, smudge tool, it's our best friend. Smudge tool and the eraser. And we just soften it up with that. See. Now, there is the other way to do it. I'll just undo everything I've done here. And we've made that selection there. Let me unstroke the path first. There we go. So all I've done is I've hit the undo right the way back to where we were still making the selection points here. So we'll take it up to there. We will take this one back round to the start. This is the other way to do it. Make selection. You need a small brush, but not quite as small as like a 5. Depends on the size of your picture though, doesn't it really? And all you do, you come in really close and you do exactly the same way you did the shadows, but with the highlights there. Yeah, we'll take it down by there, and we'll give her some on the chin as well. Ooh. And then we undo to remove the selection, and there. It looks much better, right? You can also do that down here. This is what I was saying about the quicker ways to make selections. You can sort of get away with it with less precise things like this. We're just going to magic wand and we'll click there and it'll just select her whole shoulder for us. We'll use the big brush again. And just make it a little brighter there. Again, deselect with Control and D. We use the smudge tool again, and this is the other thing I wanted to mention. You can create some wrinkles here just by dragging in the highlight on top of the shadow, just a little bit above where it would normally be. And there you go. So, what I wanted to mention about the blending options, this particularly for the shadows, not so much the highlights, more for the shadows. If you duplicate this layer with Control and J, and we'll pretend I can say duplicate, you make that a little bit more opaque. And this bottom layer, you set it to something else. I would say multiply, color burn, linear burn. One of those, we'll go with that one for now. Oh, and then we'll scroll so it completely takes it away. Okay, as you can tell, looks like shit. Plenty of people just leave it like that. They're not very good at this. So you just take the opacity down really low, and all that's going to do is it's just going to give you a more natural looking shadow. That's really essentially all you need to do. You can use that to give your photos more definition, to fake some lighting, which is always good. It's actually really clever. Well, I say clever, it's not remotely clever. But to do it on hair, um, and honestly, this is amateur hour at its finest. You stick a couple of splotches on there, you get your smudge tool out, and you just drag it down. It's like giving yourself highlights. We'll do some over there. See, I'm rushing it. Yeah, there we go. And see if you fade that back a little bit. Makes a big difference. Am I right? Anyway, I hope you find this helpful. If there's anything you see in my photos, therefore I may know how to do, that you'd like me to make a tutorial about, please do let me know. I really would like to make more of these. So you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.